Hello, I'm Rupert Turton, and welcome to the Business Spotlight interview, where we talk to local business owners about their journey. This time, I'm joined by Doug Andrews from Globe 2 in Market Harborough, where he's the founder and managing director. Hello, Doug.
Hello.
Doug, tell us a bit about what you do.
Okay, so we are an IT services company. We provide, we specialize in internet, telephone systems, and hosting primarily. Although what I'd like to say is we like to solve problems, and we provide a lot more of the support than your traditional sort of phone company.
Mm-hmm. So what's the typical problems that you're dealing with then?
So there can be a lot of different things. So recent problems, we get a lot of issues with broadband. When I say issues, not necessarily they're issues that our customers are having or potential customers. So the broadband speeds might be insufficient or unreliable, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
in which case we're doing quite a lot of backup internet. We're bonding lines together so you can get increased speeds, better consistency, better reliability, all of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
With the phone systems, I mean, it can be lots of things where, whether it's people working remotely or they may want to use their mobile but not show their mobile number.
Yeah.
With the business phone systems, there's a million different problems that people may have that we can solve.
And with your managing director's hat on, what would you say is your biggest learning since you've been a business owner?
Biggest learning, I would think how long things take. It's trying. We've done a lot in the time that we've been in business. We've grown very well, and lots of positives, but it always takes a lot longer than you expect.
Yeah. And why is that then?
Maybe it's expectations, but possibly it's over optimism.
Yeah.
But also, running a business is obviously, certainly a smaller business. Whilst you might be very focused on what you think are the important things and that you really need to do,
Yeah.
then the reality of running a business means that you are constantly being pulled to one side, and that is a challenge. So that inevitably makes things longer than, if you were to just focus on the one thing that you wanted to do, that would be great, but life isn't always like that.
Yeah. Okay. So what's been the biggest challenging running an IT business over the last few years?
Biggest challenge, certainly things are always changing, so it's
Mm-hmm.
keeping abreast of new technologies, making sure that we're current, and making sure that we educate our clients that they know the opportunities there. And obviously security is a big risk now for everyone. And with the COVID pandemic, there was the challenges of people being able to work remotely and what that means to a business,
Yeah.
both in terms of infrastructure and security. So yeah, there's always challenges, but effectively you have to be quite prepared to change and rethink. And we've changed significantly from when we initially started. When we first started, really all we were doing was the telephones, and we've added a lot of services since, primarily down to demand from customers and also just changes in industry and so on.
Mm-hmm. And actually, because you also mentioned COVID and the shutdown. So what's how has that impacted you and your teams? If you're all working remotely from each other, how did that change the way you operated as a business?
So for us, it was easy, relatively so anyway. Everything that we do, we can do from anywhere.
Hmm.
So obviously with the phone systems, I've got a team for the support desk, and they could be in any, wherever they want to, they can log into the system, they can pick up and make and receive calls. We've got a CRM for our central sort of company information that we can
Yeah.
control and people can log into. And so for us, it was relatively easy from an infrastructure point of view.
Yeah.
Obviously it has challenges then for the staff, because there are other things in terms of whether the staff have got good working conditions at home, whether it's
Yeah.
mentally, whether it's the right thing for them to be just stuck at home all the time, or whether they need to get out. But those are different things which every business has the same thing. And then because we have the tools for that, that was something that we could help our clients with as well.
Yeah. So what are your aspirations for Globe 2 in the next 5 years?
So we've averaged at about 30% growth for the last 5 years per annum.
Oh, cool. Very good.
Yeah, which is good. We went through quite a significant expansion a couple of years ago in terms of staff, and that's been good for the team. I think we've got a period of consolidation where we just need to keep that really. If I'm honest, we want more. We're pushing for higher growth.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's more of the same, but yeah, we have got ambitions to push that further.
Yeah. Okay. And so anyone thinking of starting their own business, what would you say to them? What would be your advice to somebody thinking of going into business on their own?
I would say there's a lot of help out there. A lot of, I think, things like networking can be really good for people, especially if you're working on your own.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of support from all sorts of organisations, which can be both from a sort of mentoring type support through to financial as well. So contacting people like your local council, if there's a local enterprise partnership or anything like that, see what grants are available. But yeah, really it's about making sure you've got the support network. So I think networking, I mean, FSB is a very good organization, so you just need to ensure you've got your support network, so that if you're not sure which way to go or you need some advice, that you've got some people out there who are experiencing similar things and can help you.
Yeah, cool. All right, yeah. Bit of a change of tack, bit more of a personal question here, but who's the first person that comes to your mind when you think about success?
Well, I've got two people. They're quite a first person that anyone would know would be probably Alan Sugar.
Oh yeah.
Just because he's a sort of done well for himself from humble beginnings kind of thing. From a more personal perspective, my granddad was a similar sort of character. So yeah, I think people who don't, they've got a hard start in life and yet they still manage to succeed are always inspiring.
Yeah. Okay. And you said you had two. Who was the other one?
My granddad.
Sorry, right, the two. Yeah, and the common theme being that they both came from humble beginnings to success.
Yeah.
So what did your granddad do then?
He actually had a chain of supermarkets.
Ah, okay. Cool. Excellent. Cool. Doug, lovely talking to you today. If anyone wants to contact you and Globe 2, what should they do?
Well, website's probably a good start. www.globe2.net, or that's got our contact details. So that'd be a good place to go to.
Okay, cool. I'll put the website address into the description that goes with this video when it goes out as well.
Okay.
Doug, it's been lovely talking to you today. Look forward to seeing you again in the future.
All right. Thanks.